Good morning. Hi, I'm Catherine Hamby with Remax Foothills, and I will be talking with Stephanie Acker of Design the Experience. I am looking forward to learning about how Stephanie at Design the Experience supports entrepreneurs. A special note, when we say entrepreneurs, we mean everyone at all stages of from startups to established corporations. Stephanie, can you tell us how Design the Experience can help an entrepreneur start or grow their business?
Absolutely. First of all, thanks so much, Catherine, for this opportunity. I really appreciate this. We're super passionate about small businesses, so this is really meaningful. I appreciate the opportunity. What Design the Experience does is we actually help growing small businesses to create experiences that are so meaningful that their customers will buy more, stay longer, and tell more people about them. So at the end of the day, as a small business, it's all about, or an entrepreneur, it's all about driving revenue. So marketing, branding, customer experience, product, et cetera, is great, but how do we actually bring it together in a way that's going to drive revenue and it's going to make people and their customers sticky so that they stay, so that the amount of money that they spend to try to get that customer in the door actually ends up having a lot of impact over time.
Okay. What are two examples of how you've assisted entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. So we work with quite a few different types of businesses. So I'll give you an example. One of them that we've recently worked with over the past year because of the pivot with everything is a customer or a client that actually has a retail side. So they have a personal business. They're an esthetician. They also they're very well known in our local area, but it's all very person to person. Well, obviously in the middle of COVID, that wasn't very feasible. In addition, it really limits her expansion opportunities. So unless she's going to grow her staff, she's going to cap out with how many people she can help. So what we've done over the past 6 months is help her to pivot a significant portion of her business to online. So really understanding what is it about her services that are unique and different. There's quite a bit, especially because she can give custom feedback and insight and consultations. She has access to a lot of really great products that are best in class, that because of the way she can sell them, they can be a lot less expensive. And so how do we actually just essentially built an online e-commerce model for her so that more customers could find her, she could grow her business, but without having to grow her staff. And it's working great for her. So that's one example. And helping to understand not just, hey, let's build an online, kind of business, but what are people really looking for? What do they truly need in today's market? And what's going to make them remember you so they keep coming back? And because she's got such a phenomenal personality and great products, that was really something we were able to help her build around her. So that's one example. Another example is actually a restaurant group that we work with. They're some of our favorite clients, and they have two very different restaurants. So one is more of a kind of a hometown, very Southern cooking. It's absolutely delicious, the best breakfast you've ever had in your life. And very real, very warm and personal. And then their other business is a much higher end, very like high touch, high class. You're just like kind of enveloped in this experience when you walk in the door, and the food is phenomenal. So it's two very different experiences, but at the end of the day, what matters is the customer. So one of the things that we did with coming in and working with them is to help them to actually redo the inside of their business so that the experience when you walk in is the same experience of the food, because that makes it a lot more memorable. So for example, in the restaurant that's much more homey and more like warm and welcoming, we changed what it feels like from the moment you walk in the door, from the inner, like from how you find that restaurant, because it's a little bit off the beaten path online, the language that we connect with them on, so it's much more personal. Then when they walk in the door, it's less cluttered, it was warmer, we took a lot of things down off the wall so that it felt more real and connected. We put pictures of the staff up. When people walked in, we changed the way it was laid out, the way the bathroom was, but without spending thousands of dollars. It was all little tiny changes that would connect more authentically to who they really were, and people have loved it.
Excellent, excellent. What type of entrepreneurs are you best suited to help? Any specific types of businesses or geographical boundaries that you may have?
Sure. So like I said, we work with a lot of different types of businesses. I think what we've learned over time is that the customers that we work the best with are going to be the ones that we're dealing really closely and directly with the senior leadership team. So the way that we help small businesses can be either major changes or really small changes that over time drive revenue, right? So if we're just working, when we're working with someone that's in the leadership team, we can better understand what are you really running into? What are your challenges that you're having every day? You know, what's truly going to be a lever that we can pull? How do we test this? So before you go spend a bunch of money on it, we test something small and see if it can really work. So we tend to work really well with smaller businesses that are growing. So where it has been either an entrepreneur on their own, or a small team, and they've realized, hey, we've done great, we've done all the stuff, and I'm wearing all the hats. It's time to go to the next level, and I know I need help for that to happen. That's where we're really going to be a great fit for them, and help them get to that next level. From a geographic standpoint, we are located in the upstate of South Carolina. We do, however, have clients across all of South Carolina, up in Massachusetts, et cetera. We do want to make sure that it is a customer that we can work closely enough with where we really get their business. So if it's the type of business that you can do that online, and there's plenty that you can through Zooms, et cetera, or a couple of visits, then we can certainly do that. But we're very hands-on.
All right, excellent. In what situations would you refer an entrepreneur to someone else?
So we actually love to refer people to others. And I know that sounds kind of weird as an entrepreneur myself, but we're big believers in the concept of collaboration versus competition. There's enough business out there for everybody, right? We think the pie is big enough for everybody, and we're not going to be perfect for everyone by any means. So when there's a situation where either from a geographic standpoint, or maybe they're a bigger business and they're really looking more for like a proper kind of traditional marketing agency, we will refer them out to some of our partners. If somebody's looking for an example of like a really complex website, so they want pure coding, it is a true build from scratch. It's not, it's completely customized. We will either refer them out or bring someone in to do that. That's a really expensive skill set to keep on a team.
Right.
So one of the ways that we try to work with small businesses is by having a cost situation where we're not passing on massive costs so that they can afford these types of services. So keeping someone of that kind of high level skill set on the team really increases our overhead. And so we'll make sure that we're really careful about things like that as well.
Excellent. Okay. What is the best way to contact you?
So the easiest way to contact us is probably either through our phone number, which I know is on the screen, or they could email us as well. So however is best for our potential customers. We also are on social media. We're probably our worst client. We've been very busy, which has been great. We're super lucky. But we don't spend as much time on our social media as we do for our clients, because that's where we really put a lot of our focus. But we're all over social media. We have videos as well. And we'd love to have them come in. We're currently in the Taylor, South Carolina area. And we'd love to meet with them and get started and see how we can help them grow their revenue.
Well, Stephanie, it's been wonderful getting to know you better this morning and learn about your business. And thank you to you and to Design the Experience.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Bye.